Well, guys, we're getting ready to do the oil change on the big truck here. We're going to try out this new drain pan that I got built. Y'all see me build and see how it works out. I hadn't changed the oil in this thing in about 26,000 and some miles, some changed miles. So it's way overdue. What I usually change it at around 15. But anyway, we're about to get this done and spent $207, I believe it was, on oil, and I already got a filter. I bought two filters last time. I think it was about 40 something dollars at the Freightliner place. Napa wanted like 100 for theirs. Uh, I don't know. They're pretty ridiculously high on some of their stuff. But anyway, there's the drain pan there, and we're fixing to roll this under here, and I'm gonna get you guys into there with me, and let's get this done. All right, guys. I went ahead and got this thing jacked up last night, or on blocks. I got three 2x6s. I got it setting on this side's not setting on there all the way centered, but it's good enough. It's not going anywhere. I drove it up on those because this truck has an air ride front axle. As you see right there, and when those airbags go down, you can't get up under the truck to even change the oil, so it's real low to the ground. The oil filter, I don't know if you can even see it. It's in a pain in the butt spot to get to. See the bottom of it right there? Right in here. That would be the bottom of the oil filter. The only way I have of getting that off is I'm going to try to use these big pliers here. Channel locks, see if that'll work. This is the new oil filter here. And I don't know if you can tell in the camera, that thing's about the size of a roll of paper towels. There's a can of foam for comparison right there beside it in my hand. But I'll get up under there and see if I can get this off of here. Find a spot to put you guys here. Alright, guys. I was hoping that was a 3/4. That's what I brought. That's what I remembered it to be. 19 millimeters. Pretty close. Wow. Huh. There we go. I don't know if you guys have ever changed the oil in a diesel that's been run for a while. This stuff's got so much soot in it, it's just, you know, it's black and it's hard to get off your hands. I should have got a jug of diesel or something to wash my hands in, but I forgot. Have to let that finish draining there for a good little bit. Takes a while. think I've added like, I want to say I've added maybe 5 gallons of oil in the 26,000 miles that I've driven this thing, because it uses about a gallon of oil every 5,000 miles or so. This thing does have 1.2 million miles on it, so I mean that's not terrible. I want to say maybe I added 4 gallons of oil and an extra gallon of Lucas. Maybe that's what I added to it. Alright guys, we're going to call that good enough. I don't have all day. I know you guys don't either. So, crap will be draining there this time tomorrow if I left it alone. It all should have run down from the top end of the motor anyway, and all be in the oil pan. That's just what little bits left in the bottom of the pan, and you know, the sides of the pan draining down. Because I pulled it up here last night and let it set. That way everything from the top end of the motor would be drained down. Be pretty snug. Alright guys, that's the first use of the drain pan. Seems to be working great. If you can tell right there, but it's just barely axle deep, which the axle is, I don't know, maybe halfway. I'm guessing that's probably about 10 gallons of oil, because it's low. It was low on oil because I hadn't added any to it this week. I knew I was going to change it this weekend, so I didn't bother adding any this week. But we'll go ahead and get some new oil stuck in it. Alright guys, there's my oil. That's 4 cases. There's 3 gallons in each case, and a gallon of Lucas up there. Now I bought this at Napa, and I did that because they're actually reasonable on their oil for some reason. It's $12.99 a gallon plus tax. I think Walmart's like $12.67 or $69 or something. So it's only like 30 cents a gallon difference, and it comes in cases at Napa versus having to get just the individual gallons. It makes it a little bit easier to put in the truck and take out of the truck. Is the reason I do that. And I put that Lucas in there because it does help slow down the oil usage on a motor that has a lot of miles in it. If this was a brand new truck, I wouldn't probably be using that. But the guy that I bought this truck from said he did use that from the day he bought the truck. So I guess either way, people have different opinion on it. Me personally, I wouldn't have used it in a new motor, but he did, and the truck made it 1.2 million so far and counting. And so I'm going to put it in there, and it keeps the oil usage down on a higher mileage engine because it's pretty thick. But I'll get you guys set up here. This is where you put the oil in. A big funnel around here somewhere. Guess we'll put the Lucas in there first since it's sitting on top. No other reason really. Doesn't really matter. See how thick this stuff is. Alright guys, that's all 12 gallons of oil, 1 gallon of Lucas. gonna go ahead and crank it up for y'all real quick and let it build oil pressure, fill the oil filter up, and then we're gonna go ahead and grease everything while we're at it. Oil looks almost as black as it did before I changed it, doesn't it? Gotta love diesels, how they do that. Whole 30 seconds of running, the oil looks just like about like it did when I changed it. But as you can see, it's full, right where it should be. Guys, I actually had the, or thought I had the video of me taking the oil filter off. It wasn't too bad. It's just, you know, big and awkward and you pour oil everywhere. But apparently I forgot to turn the camera on, so I'm sure everybody's done that a time or two. But anyway, so I had the camera on, but I forgot to mash the record button. And so it wasn't recording anything. And I didn't realize that till I got ready to move the camera around to the other side of the truck and pull the drain plug. So that's the reason that's not on there, in case you were wondering. That's what happened there. I screwed up. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching.